Well, hello, everybody. Hello, 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 and welcome once again to another magnificent Monday. You have popped and stepped on into Miss G's Ladies Lounge, and I am your host, Gwen, Miss G Finley. Gwen, Miss G. That's me. I'm so excited to be here with everyone on tonight, and I'm excited that this is going to be such a phenomenal show. I thank you all for joining me. I want to thank all of our first time viewers, all of our replay viewers, all of our live viewers, all of our replay viewers. As I said, I want to thank you so much for our all time supporters that are always here and waiting. We've already got some popping in the chat, and we're so excited that you're here. But I don't want you to be here alone on tonight. Tonight is all about the sisters. So I want you to grab your girls. I want you to grab your friends. I want you to tell everyone to come on in, step on into Miss G's Ladies Lounge. We're about to have it's going to be fantabulous. And you don't want any of your sister girls to miss this. Listen, you know how I love to do. I love to say a little word of prayer before we get started. So Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all things. We thank you for life, health, and strength. We thank you for even giving us the activities of our limbs and even the ability to think, hear, speak, touch, feel, smell. Those things we don't take for granted. Tonight, we want to say thank you for all of our sisters out there. Thank you for all the amazing women. And we pray for our guests on tonight, our audience, and everyone that is here. We pray that you would bless them one by one. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so I'm excited, as I said, and I've got the Fab 5. Uh, Say that with me. Can you say that with me? The Fab 5. I mean, these ladies, they're not just the Fab 5 because they're called that, but they are fabulous in all sense of the word. So on tonight, we are going to celebrate with these ladies. We're going to hear a little more about them, and we are going to just discuss a little bit about sisterhood. I mean, how great is it to have sisters that you know you can rely on. So we're going to get into that. I'm not even going to get into it all. Let's just greet our guest that's coming on in the room. Thank you so much. We're so glad to see you. Helen is here. Thank you so much, Helen, for joining us on today. We are excited and ready to chat with you all. We have Deborah Daniels coming in. Good evening, Deborah. We have Carolyn Yard joining us. And all the way from Wakanda, Wendy Lee. All right. All right. Deborah Daniels said the Fab 5 sisters are amazing. Yes, they are. So let's not hold back the time. Let's bring them on in the room. I'm going to start with this young lady. I don't feel proper calling her just by her first name. She might fuss at me later. I don't know, but the amazing apostle, Mona Lisa McCorkle. We are going to bring her on into the room. And she is an apostolic leader whose calling and purpose has led her to wearing many hats, many, many different hats. She founded ministries in Chesterfield and in Eden, North Carolina. She holds a BS degree in administration of justice and an MS degree in human service counseling, and an MA in ministry. Her background spans so far from government and corporate experience, even to the current entrepreneurial callings. She is the owner of the School of Thought, LLC, a training and consulting firm, and she is also a North Carolina realtor or broker. In addition, she serves on the board of directors of, I don't want to say it wrong, but CORME, I don't know, CORM to CDC, I don't know how to say it, and a member of the leadership team of the Rockingham County Racial Equity Learning Community. She is a mentor to many and has a heart for ministry and for people. God bless you. Thank you for joining us on today.
Good evening. I am so happy to be here this evening. My sis Gwen, Mona Lisa McCorkle is fine. I'm not going to fight, fuss at anybody because we're talking about sisterhood and girlfriends. And I love it because with the Fab 5, I can be Lisa. Mona
All
Lisa,
right
we're
now.
good. And we're good.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's bring in our next sister, and our next sister is Sonia Keeve. Sonia Keeve is an international Amazon best-selling author, speaker, podcaster, and consultant. As a wife, mother, and leader in her community, her passions lie in helping emerging career professional women to turn their passion projects into a thriving business to generate secondary income for their households. We all need that, right?
Yes.
Sonia is the CEO of Sisters with a Voice podcast network, where she helps women entrepreneurs get unstuck from thinking about a podcast to building, launching, and monetizing a podcast in only 30 days. Somebody say 30 days. All right. As the executive director and host of two podcast shows, Begin Again and Inspiring Nations, an international podcast show heard in over 164 plus countries. All right, now, girl, I'm going to talk to you later. She interviews women from across the globe that have stories of how they inspire others every day. Welcome, Sonia. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. We're about to have a good time because
Yeah,
when we come through, every time we walk through a room, it's a party everywhere we go. So thank you so much, Miss Gwen, for having me on this show tonight.
I love it. And she's got that podcast, Mike. We ready. Somebody say we ready.
We ready.
We ready.
All right, all right. Let's get a few more comments real quick. Look at that 75 degrees on the wall. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Wendy Lee is a hot mess. That's all I can say. We've got Carolyn Yard, the Fab 5. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, thank you. She's one of the Fab 5 also. Yeah, we're glad to have you here. We're gonna bring Tanya on in the room shortly. All right, so listen, the ladies are lined up. They're just waiting. So let's not hold them back. We don't want to hold them back. We have next Clarissa Law, a proud mother of two sons who earned a Bachelor of Science degree in psychology and is currently pursuing a master's in human service counseling with a focus on marriage and family. With more than 20 years of experience mentoring, counseling, encouraging, and supporting women and families, Clarissa became a certified life coach and also a foster parent with a desire to support teen girls aging out of the foster care system. That is so awesome. I love it. Clarissa is also the CEO of Purpose by Design Coaching and Consulting LLC. She is the founder of Lifelines to Success and also Let's Talk Women's Life Empowerment Group. She is an active member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Inc., serving as the domestic violence chair for the Richmond chapter Alpha Phi Zeta. I just love that. I didn't even know that about you, but I love that. Clarissa is the published author of Purpose by Design Journal of Prayers and Affirmations, 32 weeks of speaking life through God's word. Listen, I don't know. You just got to give it up for these ladies. They're doing some amazing things. Hello, Clarissa.
Hello, hello, hello. I am just so excited to be here with my sisters. Like Sonia said, anytime we get together, it's a party. It's a praise party. It's just a party.
Right.
So I'm just excited to share our sisterhood with the hopes of encouraging someone else.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you all for inviting me to your party. So next we have Ayana Smith. Ayana, she is an experienced and trusted financial services professional. I'm sorry, I couldn't read that right there. But Ayana partnered with a financial firm and entered the life insurance and financial industry to enhance and build upon her desire to build her own portfolio. Her zeal for education provided an easy pivot into the financial industry as she finds passion helping men and women in middle America build wealth. Now, we all need Ayana in our life, don't we? Come on now. Ayana helps people make and save money in a tax-free manner. Come on, somebody. All right, so her areas of focus are life insurance, tax-free retirement, debt management, building and protecting wealth, estate preservation, and college and emergency funds. Somebody say hello to Ayana.
Hello, hello, everybody. Yeah, we're going to help you try to get it all together, and we can add final expense because whether we want to talk about it or not,
it's definitely necessary.
It's definitely necessary, yes.
I love it. I love it. Listen, the wind is whipping out there or something. Y'all pray. Pray that the lights stay on. Amen. All right. So we have our final Fab5 hanging out and ready to come on in the room. All right, ladies, put your hands together for Tanya Russell. All right, Tanya Russell. I love to say this, a native New Yorker. All right. Native New Yorkers in the house. Tanya Russell's love for style and fashion began at an early age, with her dad being her inspiration. She attended the renowned Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, where she studied fashion buying and merchandising. She worked in buying and retail for over 15 years with companies such as Lord & Taylor, oh, how I remember that store, Burlington Coat Factory, and her most rewarding career as manager with Macy's flagship store on 34th Street. Girl, them shoes on 34th Street, you can't talk. Listen, all right, let me go on. Brand purpose, she is the proud mother of two beautiful daughters, Chanel and Giovanni, who are her heartbeats and the wind beneath her wings. So Tanya has a passion to encourage, empower, and build confidence in women through her contemporary women's clothing and accessories boutique, Styles by Shivani, named after her daughters, which is set to make its official debut in this May. Come on, let's give it up for Tanya.
Yay! Thank you, Miss Gwen, and good evening, ladies. I'm so honored and thrilled to be here. And hey, Fab5, my sister.
Hey,
hey.
Oh, we love it. We love it. Your mom has already popped in and let us know that she's your mom, so we're glad to have her here as well.
Mommy, love you.
We got some more family members and friends popping in, so y'all go ahead and say hello to the women. Hello.
Hey,
Wendy said it's windy outside. Only Wendy. Don't know her.
Hey,
Yes,
Deborah,
New York
New
in
York
the
in the
house.
house.
Yes, I'm a New Yorker too. I just don't sound like it anymore.
Oh, my
No,
grandson.
but
Oh,
we more than just New Yorkers, Clarissa. We are the
Yes,
Far Rockaway New
I
Yorkers.
am
Come
far
on now.
right, Far
I
Rockaway.
lived in
That's
Yeah,
Far
right.
Rockaway, Miss Gwen.
you are.
I lived in Far Rockaway for a
All
little bit.
right.
Yes.
We
All
have more
right.
in common than we know, right? It's
Yes.
amazing. It's amazing. Well, listen, ladies, I'm so excited to be here, and I don't want to take up too much of people's time tonight, but I know, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to go anywhere because this is about to be an amazing, amazing chat. So let's get started. First, I'd like for you all to just take a moment and just tell, besides the fact that you're a New Yorker, tell something else about yourself that you want just to share with the audience briefly on tonight. We'll start with Clarissa.
Great. So again, I'm Clarissa, and overall, I'm just passionate about the healing of women and families. And if I need to do that through coaching, through mental health, through trauma informed care, that is my overall passion in life, is to help women to heal. So that's what I would want you to know today.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Ayana.
Well, I guess I'll be the comedian of the bunch. No, it's one thing, well, like a fun fact that people don't know about me. It was a long time ago, but I drove dump trucks. See y'all laughing. See, I thought it was going.
What?
Yeah, I drove dump trucks.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was an interesting job. But hey, I did it. It was fun. Now trying to get on the back of a truck now might be a little bit different, by the way that my almost half century body is set up, but
Such a
I did.
challenge.
And they were 5-speed trucks. So I mean, I drive a stick shift. I can drive a stick shift today. I jump in anything because my goal that there would be nothing in the yard that I could not move. I don't know how to drive a motorcycle yet, but that would be another thing. And yeah, and just like I said, just that I've been an educator for 100,000 years, and so that's why I have the love to share information and whatever I have the science in my hands to speak to people about. I'm thankful that I have the gift to be able to share it in a very elementary way so that understanding can come.
Wow, that is so
Just a
awesome.
side note, she is the comedian in the group. Just a side note.
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
you always have to have one.
yes. Yes.
Awesome. All right, Tanya.
Well, one thing I would like you to know, besides being a mother of two beautiful daughters that I absolutely love so much, I am also married to the wonderful, awesome. He is the gentle giant in my life, my husband, Vincent Russell. I love you, babe, if you're watching. And I'm just so grateful for life, and I'm passionate for women. Um, and I like to encourage women to, to no matter what you go through, because I'm a survivor. I have a story to tell, but I'm here to let you know that through it all, God has been good, and I am here and I'm alive, and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us.
Yes. Yes.
That is so awesome. Awesome. All right, Miss Sonia. Miss Sonia.
Yes. So I am actually originally from Philadelphia, born and raised.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I was actually born in Mount Airy, Germantown, and grew up in West Philly. So I actually lived, down the street from Will Smith's old childhood home.
Wow,
but we
that's
never
nice.
crossed. But we never crossed paths. I was like, dang it! How did I miss you? But
How
I
did you
am
do that?
also a but I am also a proud wife. I've been married to my best friend. We will celebrate 23 years in marriage this year.
Mm.
And we have three beautiful children. I have a bonus baby. And then we have two children together. So Deanna is the oldest. Jada is my oldest. And then our baby boy, Kenneth. And I'm also a Gigi. So I love my beautiful family, and my husband Dwayne Keeve has been my rock, my best friend. our love story has been amazing. And we just continue to build this beautiful business and this beautiful life. And so I am who I am because of them.
That is so awesome. I love it. I love it. And your husband, I guess, has popped in and gave his greeting on tonight. So thank you so much for joining us. To all the fellas out there, we're so glad that you joined us. Some of them might sneak out the room, but we're glad you popped in. All right. So our last young lady is Mona Lisa.
Hello, hello, hello. First of all, I love Jesus, and I just so love how he orchestrates and sets up connection. I will say, I was born next door to y'all. I was born in Englewood, New Jersey.
All right.
But I was raised
all right.
See, y'all didn't know. Y'all thought I was all the way country. I really am. I grew up in Eden, North Carolina, and as many of you knew, I spent the last 30-something plus years in the Richmond, Chesterfield, Virginia area. And then God sent me back here almost 6 years ago now. And I can happily say that I am married to the wonderful Eugene D. McCorkle III. And even with that, I said, God knew who to give me for this season in my life and who and what would be necessary. And so I'm just excited about being here with my girls. I see one of my sisters, my grandson, my neighbors, some folk popping in. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Thank you all for inviting your friends to join us on tonight. We're excited to have everyone. Good evening, Linda. Good evening. Thank you so much, everyone who joined. Don't forget to like, tag, and share. Tell your friends that we are live and we're getting ready for this chat that is going to really probably go all kinds of places. I don't know where it's going, but it's getting ready to go all kinds of places. But the first thing I want to say is I saw a post that Sonia put up today. And it made me just smile while I was looking at the post, because you ladies, the Fab5, you're not just doing this just to have a t-shirt with the name the Fab5 on. And so it really triggered my eye, and I was at work and shouldn't have been on my phone. But I don't know, somehow or another I caught it. And it said Fab5, this is your accountability check-in or something of that sort. And I was like, wow, just wow. This is not just that sisterhood that we're going to all look cute together and take pictures and then we're not going to speak to each other for 20 months. This is, yeah. How people
come together at the conference and act like we've been together the whole time.
Exactly. And it's not a bad thing that you can pick right back up where you left off, but having that accountability is so wonderful. So first, I want you to, I probably said half of it, but I'm going to let you all, whoever wants to jump in, you can jump in at any time. This is just a conversation, okay? So what is your definition of sisterhood?
I'll go first on, because I actually was thinking about this earlier today. And one of the things that I put down, to me, sisterhood is a tie that binds. But then also, as a part of the tie that binds, I also thought about it's something that's strengths-based. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, but in a true sisterhood, I know what your strength is and your strength, and we've all got weaknesses, and we know, but we just pick up the slack for the next person. And, we love on each other and push each other. Somebody shows up at the meeting with some foolishness, oh, we on it. We on it.
Especially Mona Lisa. I'm a witness.
Don't come with it.
No, we will find you. We will find you. If we think it's
more than a cute face and a t-shirt. I mean, honestly, we hold each other accountable, and we know we love each other, and it's all in love.
That's awesome.
And I'll just add that I believe Sonia is the youngest, but she's the mama of the group.
She is. Yes,
she is the mama. She was the mama from the beginning. When we went to lunch and we went to Olive Garden, she just immediately, and then she was like, we're going to do this. She sends out our notices every month. So she is the mama of the group, but the youngest in the group.
Wow.
And I love it.
She's a baby boss.
Yes.
The baby boss.
Baby,
I love it.
baby boss,
Yes.
baby.
Baby
Yes.
shark.
I think by the time we left the pop-up shop, conference. Look, see, I'm so excited about my pop-up shop coming soon. That's what happened. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
all right.
By the time we left the pop-up conference, I believe by the time we got home, we had a Zoom scheduled meeting.
We did.
For the very first meeting
Yes.
for the Fab5.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Mhm.
let's back up and tell everyone how you actually met.
So
Oh,
I'll
wow.
share that.
Oh, okay. You can go
Are you
ahead.
gonna start? Okay.
Yes. So we were all at the pop-up conference 2020, and I had already known Sonia. I had followed her. We followed each other on Facebook, and I saw her across the room like, oh, I know her. I recognize her. And Miss Mona Lisa was sitting at the table next to me. And, I speak to everyone, and it was time for us to go to lunch. And, people were going their own ways. And I was like, I'm going to Panera Bread. Anybody want to come? And I think Mona Lisa rode with me. And we all just happened to be at the same place. We all sat at the same table. And I believe Ayana and Tanya came together. So we all sat at the table and we just started talking. And I think the biggest thing, at least I know for me, was I didn't want to waste time. I didn't want to come to the conference and just get information and be like, oh, that was good, and tuck that notebook away. We all had that conversation and we all were like, listen, we got to do something with this. This is good stuff. And we don't want to be sitting in this same place next year with information in a notebook. So it was, we all were like-minded, especially since we were in the height of the conference. We were all ready to do something. So right then and there, we was like, let's hold each other accountable. Let's do this. And it wasn't just the let's do this. All right, I see y'all later. No, Mama Sonia said, all right, let's get it popping.
So let's just tell everyone, because we got a shout out, Charvette Mitchell,
Yes.
who is the
Absolutely.
coordinator
Yes.
and the visionary of the Coaching with the Hey Girl Hey pop-up
Yes.
conference,
Uh-huh.
which is for female entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And so you came already ready to be an entrepreneur or already an entrepreneur. So,
Yes.
Okay, we can go from there now.
Yes.
I want to add, one of the things is I showed up actually in Virginia. I was in North Carolina, of course, where I live now. And I don't just go to places. I don't have time to just go to places. But when I saw this come across Facebook that year in advance, and it was like in my spirit, I felt like I needed to be there. And you know how when you want to go somewhere, you ask people and they be like, and so I had made up my mind, I'll go by myself. And that's exactly what I did. And so I went there, but I had such an expectation. And my prayer to God has been, God, I want some divine connections. I'm 58, almost 59. And when I say waste, I don't have time to just a hee and ha ha. I want to be with some sister girls who are about something. We can laugh, we can play, we can pray. We can just do and like-minded, the same spirit, that oneness, and just have a good time. And so I think something took place, and Ayana and I were invited to the stage. I was sitting at the table by myself. Well, I was sitting there, but just quiet. And so whatever it was that we talked about afterwards, I think Clarissa said, oh, you sitting over there all quiet and you got all that in you. And so that's how we all just connect. It's like, y'all not leaving me. I'm going. Let's go wherever y'all go, and I'm going too. It took off. So we've been in love ever since.
Yeah, it was interesting. Like what happened? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Yeah. So what happened? Well, yeah, it was a moment where Charvette was getting ready to go to the break, getting ready to go to the lunch break. We didn't realize that, but she said, does anybody want to come up that think they want to be on stage? And it was just like we popped our hands up. So my hand was up, and they're like, okay, Yana, da da da, Lisa, and we ended up there with another young lady that I'm a platform builder. So this lady ended up being a platform builder too. So three of us were up there, didn't know each other, and they just gave us this random question, and we just talked about what we would do. And that was just like, okay, here's the igniting. And it was really like electric when it happened. Yes. I knew Sonia, because Sonia is my sorority sister. We're out of Phi Lambda Professional and Business Women Sorority, and Incorporated, right? And so I knew of her on through Facebook, so I knew her face. Tanya and I had met the year before at pop-up conference, and it was pretty much like the thing with us. I was sitting at a lunchtime, and she came over and said, "Anybody sitting with you?" I got her number, and she always tells the story. You know, people don't really say they'll say they connect, but they don't get back with you. But I actually really got back with her. I mean, it's like some people I just kind of connect with, and I keep their numbers, and I say, well, what, let me connect, and then if they flake, then I move on. But if it's a real connection, it will catch. I mean, but I am, and I've accepted this. I am a connector. Yeah. That's me. And I don't really meet strangers unless you just act, like I said, act kind of off, and then I just tip on out your life, and you just miss out. That's how you just missing out on me. Hello,
absolutely. You missed out on me. I like that one.
So we came back. So Tanya and I came, the next year, which was 2020, together as roommates, and so it's just like it was just pieced together. So we couldn't have done it ourselves. We just could not have done it ourselves because you do not meet friends that you can really be, what they say, down like 4 flat tires in your late 40s, almost 50s. It just does not usually work. That's why I think it's just really, if I could say this and not sound too churchy, like a mantle on it. Because it and then I also look at it too, and how we met and where we met. I gotta give a shout out to Charvette, because I always say she has a mantle on her for, of course, administration and connecting people, period, and bringing out the best in you. So if you put your toe in the water, you're gonna get the best to come out. And that was like, because of the expectation that was there, it was like just an ignited, and none of us do the same thing. We all have some type of sort of different background, and then we're not too far in age range that we can't glean from one another. I'm just like, this is absolutely crazy. And when it just kept going, I was looking on it and listen, let the cat out the bag. Then when we came back a whole year, it was like people looked at the timeline and the chronology of the things that we started doing. We meet once a month, we talk, accountability. Like I said, baby boss always make sure that we got a meeting going on. And I love it though, and I said that with all affection and love. I love it because we are able to really be accountable and think about the things moving forward that we said we were going to do. Some things we didn't meet the mark on, but we like, okay, we just got to circle back on it. But there have been some strides that I know, I guess, that would not have happened if we had not been together pushing each other. It's really a living of iron sharpens iron here.
Yes.
Really believe and say that.
And I just want to chime in. And I just want to chime in because while we were at that conference, the day we came, all of us had on similar colors. We had on the gold.
Where we get the gold and the black and the white.
We had black. We either had black pants or black dress, and then we had a gold, some kind of golden top or something black. And I remember we were looking at each other when we were taking pictures, and Kimmy James, who's Charvette's photographer, was taking pictures of us. And I looked down and I said, my God, we are the Fabulous Five.
Yeah.
And that's how it caught.
Yeah.
Because we were all fabulous in our own right. And so I looked and I told Kimmy James, I told her, listen, I need you to get your camera ready, take pictures of us, because I done dubbed us the Fab5, and it just caught. And we've been known as the Fab5 ever since. And then Ayana came up with the t-shirts. But like you said, Miss Gwen, we are not just a t-shirt. We are empowered women who built this amazing community and sisterhood. And so when I think about that definition, for me, it's my second family.
Yes.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it there was a connection for a lot of people, not just the 5 of you, but you all took it to the next level. And the reason I can say that myself is because even with me, I've had many, many people on my show just from connecting at the conference. So there was people who connected and they became they became the business that someone else needed. They, there was so many different ways of connecting. So the conference itself became a sisterhood because every year
Yeah.
we went, and I know most people went and they looked for certain people, or
Right.
even if they were not going to communicate with them afterwards, but going every year, we looked sometimes for certain people to be there, and we looked around. Like, I know Sonia had to be somewhere in the building. And I think I've seen you at almost all of them, right, Sonia?
Yep. I
I think
only I only missed the 1 year, but I've been to the past 5.
right. So
Okay.
I probably missed the same year you missed.
So
Yeah.
I'll just add, I've been following the conference since it started. And my
Mhm.
first year I went, someone gifted me the tickets. So just
Mhm.
I'm shout out that person. If they're watching, they know who they are. So
Awesome.
for me, that was divine. It was, I'm supposed to be here. Like all the years, it's like, oh, I really want to be there one year, but this was the year that I needed to be there. And I just truly believe in those divine intersections.
Absolutely. Wow, that's
And for
really
me,
powerful. Say that again.
no, I was just going to just say, for me with the conference, I came first year 2019, and I came by myself because I was new to, just recently had gotten married and relocated, moved to Virginia, and a, a, a news feed came up of Charvette's on Instagram. And so I started following her for a little while, and I was like, okay, okay. And then when I saw her about the pop-up conference, I was like, I want to go to this, because I said, I was in a new state, and I knew I wanted to really just get my business going, because it's been something I've been wanting to do for so long. And was a little afraid at first to go by myself. I said, but listen, we're gonna be a big girl. We're gonna get this ticket. We're gonna go to the pop-up conference. So first year I came by myself, and then connecting with Ayana, and then I just kept coming back, and again, when we came back the second year. So it has definitely been a blessing, because God answered a prayer, because I asked him, I said, I'm in a new state,
Wow.
Lord, connect me with some like-minded women that are moving and shaking, that are doing things, that are doing something positive. And I want to be with some business women. I want
Yeah.
to be in a room with some movers and some shakers. And he did exactly that through the Fab 5. So this sisterhood for me is my safe place. It's
That's
a safe
awesome.
place where I can be me, and I don't
Yeah.
have to worry. There's no judgment.
Mhm.
And I have some girlfriends that are dear to me. We have been friends 20 plus years, and same for them. But these ladies right here, they keep me sharp. I believe it was Mona Lisa that, or was it maybe Ayana that said, "Iron sharpens iron," and that's
Mhm.
exactly what they are. That's exactly what they are for me.
That's awesome. And I'm glad for you ladies. I'm glad for everyone that has found their sisterhood, or like you said, there are different. Sometimes there's different sisterhoods. Like uh, um, Clarissa is also, with the sorority. That's a different sisterhood. But tonight is just, I want to make sure that people understand it's it's kind of it's kind of important to have some kind of sisterhood. What do you think about the necessity of a sisterhood?
So if I can speak to that, and I'll just go back, because for many years I heard that, women can't do anything together. If you work with a bunch of women, it's going to be catty and petty and things like that. And I mean, for a long time I've heard that, but I'm not that person, right? I'm about
Mhm,
building people up. So
mhm,
like, I heard some of you say, I started going to women's events by myself. And I
mhm,
started seeing that women were supporting women. I was like, oh, yeah,
mhm.
like that's me. But I also started praying and asking God to put mutually beneficial relationships in
Yes.
my life, right? Because I
Mhm.
know I can't do it by myself. And I've had an experience where I thought someone was a friend, and I overheard her telling my vision to somebody else. So you
Mhm.
get to that place where you don't want to trust anybody with what's on your heart, with your vision, what you feel, you really want to do, what God is calling you to do. And so I didn't let that defeat me. I just started praying, God, put people in my life that are for me and let me be that same for somebody else. And so that's what my sisters are to me. I don't feel intimidated. I don't feel like anybody's taking anything from me. And that's just really a great feeling.
So let me
I would say these ladies are my resting
And I like to
place.
piggyback that. Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, I was going to say they're my resting place because,
Mom.
I kind of, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of chuckle sometimes because I find that now in my life, ladies who are like in their 30s and their 40s, that I like whatever I have on the inside of me, whatever knowledge, whatever. I love giving, I love pouring it into other people. And so, ladies in their 30s and 40s will talk about wisdom, and I'm like, I can be real silly. And so it's like, really, y'all think I'm wise? And so, but I love that. But here, it's almost like there is an equal exchange amongst all of us. And I feel like I can rest with them. I don't have to be the one always pouring out. I can sit and be quiet. And if I need something, they give it to me. And I think that's likewise. So I don't have to always be the pouring spigot.
Yeah.
I can
important.
just feel. And I trust what they have to say.
That's
awesome.
very important, especially for you as an apostle and someone in ministry leadership, because you can really deplete yourself very quickly by pouring so much into others and not caring for yourself or not taking the time that you need. So having that is just so important. So I'm happy that you were able to find that.
Yeah, amen. Me too.
Amen.
Yeah.
So
I just shared with the ladies last night in our accountability meeting that I just really love our individual relationship with God. Like I just love us and our individual relationship with God. It's just great.
And you're able to share that with one another.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not a draining exchange. And that's when you're in a healthy relationship as opposed to a toxic one.
Yes.
Because we can bring our troubles. Somebody said, we can pour our hearts. Yeah, we can bring our troubles to the Lord, but it's good to have an ear on earth to hear it too.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah. And we feel that, and like we say, it's an even exchange, not a depletion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
we shift atmospheres. When we went on our girls' weekend trip to shout out to Moorhead Manor, Black-owned bed and breakfast in Durham, North Carolina. Y'all must check it out. But when we went there, the owner is just the most awesome sister entrepreneur. She was wonderful. But then one of the things, as we, she hung out with us the whole time. Whatever we were doing, when she could, she hung out with us. But at the end, we prayed. And the atmosphere changed.
Wow.
The atmosphere changed. She came out of her office, but I mean, it's just knowing that you're with, you just with solid sisters that we can just, if we need to cry, if we want to pray, if we want to praise, whatever, we support each other.
Right. Yeah. And you don't have to be somebody else. Sonia, I'm gonna give you this opportunity.
Yeah, listen, I let them go, but trust me, I will reel them back if I have to. That's how I am.
Yes, Mama.
But
go ahead, Mama.
Yes, Mom, boss.
Mama got the mic. Go ahead, Mama.
When I thought about when I actually think about, the question, is sisterhood truly a necessity? I think about, as women just in general, it's necessary to the point of feeding your soul. There's like a lot of the ladies have said here, there's the outpouring of love that's in this group. But when you are part of something bigger than yourself, you find the sense of purpose and belonging, because as human beings, we're not meant to live alone. We're not meant to be alone. We're meant, to be in company of other people. And so when you can be in a room or in a space where you have like-minded women, where you have purpose not just women who want to complain and be naysayers, but are really action takers in, first of all, taking care of themselves, loving themselves first, because in order to have a sisterhood, there has to come this indwelling of love for who you are, and know that you are a whole person. And so as a whole person, you come into any situation and you just add value to what's there. But it's a matter of finding that value. And I always tell my sisters and people, you want to be in circles where you're celebrated and not tolerated, because you have an amazing gift and purpose that's divinely connected to who you are. And when you're open to receive the love, you connect to other people who need just what you have. And so that sisterhood becomes now a community. And that community of what we've built here at Fab5 has branched out to, we have honorary Fab5 sisters who want to be a part of this. And it's because they see that there is love, unconditional, but that comes from knowing who you are in Christ. And when you know who you are, you can stand boldly in who you are and what you are, so that you can love outwardly and receive that love back.
Yes. So you're going to have to develop the Fab5, the second generation, huh?
Come on.
Local chapters.
There's always a way around it. Come on now.
Come on. Come on.
So listen, we are already 45 minutes in, and we have not even gotten to most of our questions, but I think we've encompassed a lot of them, and it's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose just a few more questions, and I'm going to single out someone specifically to answer the question. Okay. So, so I'm going to actually put this one back on Sonia. And this one is, how do you determine who belongs in the sister tribe? Or in your sister tribe?
It really goes.
I'm sorry, you went out. So
I
you might
think
have to
for me
start again. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Can you guys hear me okay now?
Yes.
Yes.
So I think it's not about who belongs, it's about who you're connected to at your core. So when you understand that you are someone who gives respect and loves respect, you attract what you are, you attract what you say. So when you have that knowing, again, it's not about a belonging, but it's about a connection. And it's from your core. And so when I think about I think about the type of women I want to be around. And so I speak that out in the universe, and the universe rewards me for that. So I decide I want women who want to build amazing lives, who want to empower the next generation, who want to uplift the next sister. And so that is exactly who I connected to. And God has a way of, removing people that don't align to who you are at your core. So it's all about this alignment. And when you're in alignment of who you are, then everything else falls right into place. So you never have to ask, who belongs. It's about, what is it that you are looking for? What is it that you're seeking? And then you go after that. And when you're true to who you are, the rest is rewarded.
Absolutely.
All right. I love it. I love it. Hey, Latrice. All right. So listen, I want to shout out, my sisters, because I don't want to leave them out for sure. Well, of course, my natural sister, but my sisters, the 4G sisters. Listen, we've been connected since 2000 and I don't know. I can't remember. It's been 12 years, I believe.
Okay.
So, whatever year that was. Oh, that's 22. So it had to be 2010. All right, then. Yes, we've been connected since 2022, and we've had some wonderful times. We have had some times where it seems like we were drifting apart, but God always allows us to come together again. when the time is right. And those, as you say, sometimes he does remove some, and it's not because they are bad or did something wrong, but it just may be their time to branch out into something else. And we are accepting of that. We don't have a problem with that, you know. And so, but one good thing I can say is that I can always reach out to any of them still and get a response, and then we can still have a chat. I can check on them, they can check on me, and sometimes they just pop in my text or whatever. So it's good to have those sisters, you know, and I'm glad for you ladies, as I said. So we talked earlier about the fact that you don't really have to be with each other all the time. And you said that you all do like a monthly check-in, is it? Is it a monthly check-in?
An accountability meeting.
Yes.
Oh, you actually have a whole meeting.
Yes.
Oh, me.
So
Set some goals. Let's what you're working on. Yes.
oh, okay. So that's what I was gonna say. So what is your accountability meeting? Like, we don't want all your details because we don't want all y'all business. But you know, just some things like to help people who are out here trying to really, there's a lot of women who's really looking for what you all have. You know, so maybe that you can guide them into how they can develop a sisterhood that can help them. So, you know, when you're talking about accountability, what do you actually mean by that? Let's ask Ayana.
So ask Ayana, yes.
Right.
That's actually my tagline. So it is. The accountability, we pretty much, it's always an agenda because, like I said, baby boss got that agenda, and you know there is not a meeting without an agenda. Seriously, so that's even something that you need to even have an agenda for yourself personally when you're looking at stuff. So we come together knowing that we will talk about, you know, the things we have going on, the projections of when we want to launch something, if it's something like that. If we have an idea about something, we will bounce it off of each other and say, what do you all think about this? And we can really, you know, reveal it to one another without the fear of anything being like Clarissa said, cut down or anything like that. And we give time and space. So it's almost like we're able to do proposals with each other if we have something like that. And then say, okay, so when are you planning on doing this? And that's where you like put the goal to it and the time with it. When do you plan on doing this? And we kind of gauge each other as well with social media stuff like that too, because we're like, okay, we see you, okay, yep, you moving, okay, or what you got going on and why is your stuff not done? So and then what are your next steps for the next meeting? So we pretty much have what we want to do, what we have going on, and what we, you know, are doing. So it's pretty much our thing, you know, what we have done, what we are doing, and what we plan to do. That's our main, if that's a way to frame it, and then we fill in the gaps from there.
And if I can add, we help each other with things we don't know. Like if I get new information, if somebody gets new information, we share it, you know, whether we need it or not, but we share it with each other because I think someone said, I believe it was Mona Lisa, I'm the same. If I have information, I want somebody else to know it. I want to help the next person, you know, go to the next level. So that's something else we do is if we, okay, so I don't know how to do this, so I don't know how to do that. Like I think Sonia gave me the breakdown of StreamYard yesterday. And so we take those notes like, okay, now I know how to do this, you know, so I appreciate that.
Awesome. So yeah, that's that leads us right into our next question, which was, you know, each of you do something so totally different, but at the same time, it's all the same. Because one of the things that I can say with everything that each of you do is empowerment. It's empowering, especially other women, to be great. But each of your areas are so different. So we have Tanya, who is in fashion. We have Ayana, who's in finances. We have Clarissa, who loves working with the teens and the children. And we have Sonia, who is going to make sure that you have a podcast to talk about whatever it is that you do. And we have the apostle, who is not just going to pray, but she's also going to help you find a house if you need it.
Come on now. Glory to God.
Right. So many different areas. but I can see in my head how you all can complement each other. But I want to ask, how do you all contribute to the sisterhood in that sense that you all have all those different things going on? And so I am going to ask Tanya if she feels like answering that question. I know it's a loaded question. If not, you can throw it off to one of your sisters.
You got this, Tanya. You got this.
Oh, I got it. I got it. Actually, when you were going around and you were talking about what each one of us does, the amazing thing is that it all works together. All works together. So with me being in fashion and or just, I don't want to say just being in fashion, because I always tell people it's more to fashion than just looking good. Okay.
Absolutely.
One of my main focuses is that I want women to feel good about themselves on the outside, but also in the inside. Because if we're not feeling good on the inside, you're not gonna show it on the outside. But it will show up in how you present yourself. So that's a whole nother piece. But listen, when Mona Lisa goes out and she has to minister and she got to sell a house, we want to make sure she look presentable, because you are your brand. You want to make sure you look like what you're talking about. Same thing for the podcast. How do I assist Sonia? Sonia, actually, we're getting ready to work, if she doesn't mind me sharing it, but I'm getting ready to work with her for a brand shoot. So we're working on that right now. She's actually my first client for the year, and I'm very excited because I get to do it for my sister. So and then the same thing with Clarissa and Nayana. You know, they all contribute something, you know, to me, and I can help them in any way that I can. And I just think that it all works together. They all have different areas that we can all piggyback off on. I have worked with Yana, you know, on the insurance end. Clarice, I already told her, and I've said this to her before, but she's my confidence coach. I remember when we first met, and I said to her, because she likes working with young women, and I told her, oh gosh, that's one of my passions. I have a heart for young women, especially young single mothers. And she just talking to her, we instantly connected. So I just think what we have to offer, it goes, you know, we all can intertwine, and it works.
Hand in hand. That's awesome. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, no, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'm done. I hope I answered.
You did. And I think you ladies, as I said, you all are doing so great. I know Clarissa made a statement earlier, and it's one of our questions that we had, where a lot of times you encounter people who have a lot of jealousy and envy, or and sometimes it's even people within your group and your sisterhood. That's not really a sisterhood, but so but if you're dealing with that, because sometimes people they don't really express it, or they don't really even admit it, but they may have some things, well, she's progressing and I'm not, or something of the sort. How do you move past that? And I'm going to let the apostle come on here right now.
How do we move past that? I think it depends on, you know, if there is someone who is not yet at the place where you are, then as a sisterhood, then it's our responsibility to build that person up. However, if you're in a space where there's someone and you find that quite often, you know, you are giving and giving and giving, and they are receiving and receiving and never have anything to contribute, then it might be time to pray about and think about that connection. I think, you know, because we are at 50 or over 50 or whatever, we all came together realizing that, guess what, y'all? We've done a whole lot of things, you know, met a whole lot of people, been a lot of places, but it's time for us to be serious about what we're doing. I think
Right.
many of us oftentimes have been in groups or set ourselves up that, we set these goals and then 6 months later, oh, well, but it's true accountability. And I think with this group, one of the things I was thinking about as everybody was talking is it's not just us in the room. Because each of us is a believer, because we're filled with the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit shows up in our meetings because some of the things that we come up with, I don't have a mind that could think that in and of myself. And so we allow him to flow and move and give us. And then if somebody is slacking or whatever, not, we don't feel like they've met the mark and they said they were going to do something they didn't. As a sister, okay, what's up? I'm going to need you to move. And we do that. But if you have a group, there are some people who will come into circles. They just want to get all they can get. I'm at a place in my life where I can help them see the exit. I'm serious. I don't have time to play. I'm very direct. I'm direct. I don't want to do. I tell people I do not have a malicious heart at all. I will do it in love with a smile on my face and give you a message behind it. But no, you got to roll out. So we all connect. Y'all, why y'all laughing at me?
Because you comedian number 2.
Absolutely. With your matter of fact self.
Sometimes though, because we are women, we are nurturers. We can find ourselves becoming bogged down and overwhelmed because we're pulling and carrying the group.
Right.
It's time for equitable distribution with sisterhood.
That's right.
And I think no, that's good. And I think with that, I think one statement to think of is that you have to stay in your lane. Like you said, because you're doing too much sometimes. You're just doing too much. Stay in your lane. And I've had to learn that because I'm one of those. I want to do. I like to put my hands on everything back in the day. But I have truly learned. That's not my lane. I'm not going over there. Just because I know how to do it or I can do it does not mean I have to do it. And so if there's someone else that's among us and they're able to do it, let them do it, because even if they know how to do it a little bit, because it will help to grow them as well. And so like you said, we're nurturers. So if you're going to nurture somebody, you can't nurture them by always taking over and doing it for them or something like that. So I love that. That's very good. You ladies are so wonderful. So just tell us, each one of you can tell us, how our guests can contact you and what you have coming up, because we've already been on here a long time and we don't want anyone to fall asleep on us. But let's just go around and you can all just share something that you have coming up that you want to share with them and how they can get in touch with you. And I'm going to try to pop up some of your information, not everything, so you can give them your social media handles and all that if you like. Okay. All right. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So I am super excited because tomorrow I will be a part of the International Women's Summit. It's going to be on Clubhouse. I'm a part of the group Crazy Courageous Confidence Club, and they're going to have over 100 speakers from 5 different countries, and I am one of the speakers. And my time slot is at 1:30. And I would love for you all to be on there, and you would need to just go to Clubhouse, join the group. Once you join the group, you can get the information to also, if you subscribe to my website, you'll get those updated information, as well as my newly debuted newsletter for Purpose by Design. And that will tell you what all we're working on. And one of the things, like we said, we're all about sisterhood. One of the things that God gave me when I decided to do a newsletter was I'm featuring my sisters in business. So I have a business highlight. So because it's not about me, right? It's about us. So I have that piece in my newsletter where, anybody's doing something, you got an event coming up, I want to feature you in my newsletter. So my information is on the screen, but my website is ClarissaLawCoaching.com. My Instagram is Clarissa Law Coaching. My Facebook is Purpose by Design Coaching and Consulting. and my email, info@clarissalawcoaching.com.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you. Who's next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Let's say, so glad to be here again, Miss G. Thank you for the opportunity and the invitation. It's always great to hang out with my sisters. Again, I'm Ayana Smith, and I am a financial professional. So basically, I have a weekly show called Money Talks with Ayana Smith, and that airs on all social outlets, social media outlets. Through and I stream out to YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at TheAyanasmith to get those subscribers up. Do that right now. Go ahead and click it, hit the bell. So when I come
You
on,
said it so fast, we don't know what you said.
I said it so fast.
All I got was
Okay.
THC.
THE and my name, Ayana Smith. Yeah, YouTube.com. TheAyanna. Yeah, I'm sorry. My New York accent came out by way of North Carolina. Sorry about that. And my family that talk like they're 1,000-mile-a-minute shotgun machine people. Okay, but let me slow it down. I'm excited. I'm just excited, Miss G. That's what I tell people. If I talk too fast, tell me to slow down. Put a card up and say, slow down.
Slow it down. That's all right. That's all right.
But to connect with me, just go to www.askayana.com, which you see on the website, and that will connect you to all social media outlets to me. But I just specifically ask for, subscribing to my YouTube channel because I'm trying to get those followers up. And right. I look to see you all with any questions you have about the money talks. Shoot your questions to me and we'll talk about it. And because money is always talking, even if we aren't talking about it.
Yes, that's right.
All right, Miss Tanya.
Okay, well, I'm just super excited. This May, I will be launching my website. So listen, I invite you to go out and subscribe to my website, and it's stylesbyshivani.com. Go out there and sign up so you can get on my email list and you can be the first to know and get all the exclusive updates for when the launch is going to take place. And we're going to have some wonderful things going on. It's going to be a contemporary women's clothing boutique. We're going to have clothing, accessories. I'm also going to offer personal shopping, personal one-on-one styling, and also closet refresh. So for those of you that look in your closet and go, oh my goodness, this is just overwhelming. I am the woman for you. I will come in there and help you get it reorganized so that your life can just be simple and easy. Miss Gwen, I got you. So listen, go out there and subscribe to my website. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Styles by Shivani. And then you can also follow me on my personal page, Tanya D. Russell. And Miss Gwen, thank you again for the opportunity to come on your show and share. It's just been truly a blessing, and I thank you.
You're quite welcome. I promise you, if you come and go in my closet, you will change your mind about that part.
I promise you I won't.
All right, we're going to be talking. We're going to be talking. We're going to be talking. Miss Sonia?
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Miss Gwen. Like I said, this has been an amazing night with you and my sisters. And so if you are thinking about wanting to start a podcast in 2022, I will be hosting a cohort on April the 10th called Launch Your Podcast in 30 Days. This is a 6-week course where you will learn how to build, monetize, and launch a podcast in 30 days. And so if you want more information on how to register for that class, you can reach me on all social media, Facebook, Instagram at Sonia Keeve. That's SonjaKeeve. Or you can visit my business page, which is Sisters with the Voice Podcast Network. And I also want to also offer the opportunity for ladies. If you have a story of how you inspire others every single day, I would love for you to be a guest on my podcast show, Inspiring Nations, which airs every Wednesday at 7 p.m. on all podcast platforms. And would love to have you as a guest. And we can definitely talk more for how we can get you started launching your podcast today.
All right. All right.
All right.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, we have the apostle. I'm sorry,
This
I'm with it.
Look, thank you so very much. You just don't even understand what this. We were so happy to do this and just be with you and be together. So
Awesome.
thank you so much. Lots of great things going on. Actually, this coming weekend, I'll be in Richmond, Virginia. Whoop, whoop.
Oh,
I'll be celebrating the 10th anniversary of the first church that I founded in Chesterfield. New Hope Restoration Ministries 10th anniversary. And so I will be speaking that Sunday morning at 10 o'clock at New Hope Restoration Ministries on Newbies Bridge Road. So I'm excited about that. Then the end of the month, I have a prophetic prophetic fire and worship retreat at Sandy Cove, Maryland. We have about 40 ladies going, and it is going to be fire. I've just finished working up. I'm a part of two book collaborations. One is a clergy collab, and then another one is called Women Who Rock Anthology. So I finally finished my manuscripts for those, and one will be coming out in April, one will be coming out in July. And I am selling, actually, I am now with Allen Tate Realtors in North Carolina. I love it. And one of the things that I know now is that everything that I'm doing, it's a part of who God made me. You know, I'm a teacher, I'm a builder, I'm a pusher. And in everything that I do, I share knowledge and information because I want people to be better off when they leave me than they were when they came. And so I am excited. If you want to, you see my email, I have several emails. Y'all would think I had like some aliases and multiple personalities or something. But I tell you, if you need to contact me for a house, for School of Thought, because we do have audio work, we'll have audio courses, workbooks, downloadable or hard copy that you can get from School of Thought. But for anything that you need me for, it's all, just think about it and send me an email to this address. I love to connect with you, whether it's preaching, selling, teaching, whatever it is. God bless you all.
see, that's why I got to call you the apostle. That's just why. Listen, you ladies have been absolutely amazing. And we've had so many saying that you lifted their spirits, and thank you for sharing. And it has absolutely been amazing. And I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your relationship. I appreciate you sharing your relationship with us, in your sisterhood with us on tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful. And again, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And those of you that are interested in reaching out to these ladies, please go back. You can catch the replay on any of these platforms. It is on Twitter, it is on YouTube, it is on Facebook. So go back and find it and replay it, get their info and follow them. And this is my new friend that I met at work. So I'm so glad she popped in. See, that's what we got to be there for each other. So thank you so much for joining me, Latrice. I really appreciate it. So listen, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening. Don't forget about your sister over here. You know, I'm just a sister, just hanging off on the side, but that's all right. So, all right, I love you all and have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you again
Thank
for
you
this
so much, friend.
opportunity.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Good
much.
night.
Love you all.
Ladies.
Love you too,
Okay,
Miss
love
Gwen.
you.
God bless.
All right, everybody. So you have just witnessed the Fab 5. And I mean, when I tell you they are fabulous women, they're still popping in these comments. Thank you, sir, for joining us on tonight. We are excited about all the things that is coming up, and I want you to please just continue to follow me. You can go to my Facebook page, and you can follow me over on MsG's Ladies Lounge. I want to make sure that you stay connected to the show so you can see what else is coming up. Coming every first Monday, we're working on doing the Visionaries Roundtable. So all of you wonderful visionaries out there, I need y'all to reach out to me because, of course, I've got to have some people to get around that table. So I want you to reach out to me if you're interested in being a part of MsG's Ladies Lounge. Come on, just let me know. Let me know that you are out there and that you're ready. We've got some great things coming up as well. So I want you to stay connected. and just let me know what's going on out there in the world. MsG's Ladies Lounge, we got to be on what's going on. We need to know. We need to know. All right. Don't forget that you can catch the replay. You can catch the replay on any of those stations on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And as well, I want to tell you about a couple of things that I have coming up. So and I'm putting this at the end of the show. So they say that sometimes they say the early bird catches the worm, but sometimes if you stay to the end, you find out other things. So I am going to premiere this right now. Just stay tuned. And thank you once again for joining me.